Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Rachel from Rachel Reads, and if you're new here, then welcome. Today I've decided to do the Guilty Reader book tag. Now I have searched for the original tag to link down below. Unfortunately I wasn't able to find it, so I'm sorry that I'm using your tag and not giving you credit, but I just haven't been able to trace down who actually created this tag. But anyway, let's get into the questions. The first question is, have you ever regifted a book that you have received? The answer is no, I haven't. I have given away books that I have read before. No, the answer is no, I haven't. Most of my friends don't read, so I couldn't give away a book even if I tried, to be honest. Have you ever said you have read a book when you haven't? Yes, I have. Usually this is the case with classics, where it is a bit embarrassing when people find out you're a reader and then you haven't read, say, Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, or, you know, Jane Eyre or something like that. That is usually the case when I might do a little bit of a white lie, which I'm not particularly proud about, but you know, sometimes these things happen. Have you ever borrowed a book and not returned it? I actually have a few books that were borrowed from like school libraries back in primary school that just haven't been returned, and I don't know why I would have done that. Also, it's usually the other way around. Like, I lend out my books quite regularly, and people have a habit of not giving them back, and then I lose touch, and you know, I just lose track of those books. I recently had to just go and buy some new copies of some of my favorites because I realized I was probably never going to see my original copies, which was a bit sad. Have you ever read a series out of order? Yes, and it's mainly with things like crime series. I read the Harry Bosch series out of order. I read by Michael Connolly. I read the Patricia Cornwell books. I read Patricia Cornwell's Case Capetta books out of order. I read the Georgia Nicholson Diaries by Louise Rennickson out of order. I read the Mediator series by Meg Cabot out of order. I read... I can't think of any others from the top of my head, but I'm sure there are others. If I can get away, if it's a book where you don't necessarily need the preceding information, I don't have a big thing. I don't think it's a big deal, but I would generally prefer to read them in order. Have you ever spoiled a book for someone? I haven't spoiled the book, but I have used the book to spoil a movie for some people. You know, sometimes my boyfriend and I might go and see a movie and it might be an adaptation, and he'll be like, oh, I'm so excited to read this. I was like, oh yeah, but you know, you won't be excited when this happens. That's not me trying to be spiteful, it's just an accident or a slip of the tongue most of the time, but I have done that before. Have you ever dog-eared a book? As in fold down the pages? I used to when I was a kid, before I realized how bad this was. But I don't anymore. I used to just use like bits of paper and scrap to mark my page. Now I have actually been using bookmarks. Have you ever told someone you don't own a book when you do? No, I don't think so. I mean, I do have some guilty reads which I don't necessarily advertise, but I've never told someone I don't own a book if I have it. Have I ever told someone I haven't read a book when I have? No. Again, I don't know why you would do that unless you're really ashamed of what you've been reading, but then why would you read it? I don't know. Even when like 50 Shades of Grey and things came out and people were like, oh, have you read it? I was like, yeah, I read it, I didn't like it. And I think, yeah, that's always how I've been. Have you ever skipped a chapter or a section of a book? Yes, I have. It's mainly in rereads. I can skim read once I am familiar. Sometimes I'll just, you know, skip a couple of pages when it gets a bit boring. In Lord of the Rings, I had to skip a few chapters on my first read because I was sick of reading about trees. But yeah, occasionally, mainly on rereads. Have I ever badmouthed a book that I've actually liked? I don't think so. Not that I can recall. I don't know why I would do that. I don't think so. Anyway, this has been another quite a short video. Probably only going to be about 6 minutes or so, but that's fine. Just another opportunity for you to learn a little bit more about me and what sort of books I like. Please remember to like and subscribe. If you would like to do this tag on your channel, I tag you all. Please do it and let me know that you have, so I can go and check them out. And thank you again for watching, and I will catch you all later. Bye.